So Eric, what brings you in today to see me?
Well, just had some, pretty significant events in the last couple of days, and it just doesn't seem to be getting any better. I lost my job, and so that was a big thing because I wasn't really expecting that. Um, and I had it for quite a while and was pretty fond of it. So uh, there's that, and I don't really know, where where my next paycheck's going to come from, and I don't know how I'm going to cover, rent this month. So I got all that going on.
That was an unexpected event.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely was, and just out of the blue. But now I feel like I'm kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to do really. With that was a that was kind of like my life,
Yeah,
because I liked it so much. So
that must be a real loss, feeling like everything's come out from under you.
yeah, and that's exactly what it does feel like. I just feel like I'm completely, like a ship that has been cut loose from the anchor, and so I don't really know where to go or what to do at this point. And so that's kind of why I'm coming in because I'm just having tremendous anxiety about it. It's really hard to think clearly through this. And obviously, like I guess that anybody, but for me, anyways, it's hugely, I'm just extremely depressed about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's hard to move on and know what to do, if anything,
Yeah,
after that.
yeah. So that's why I'm here, and because I've kind of run out of ideas, and I guess I need somebody who's can look in from the outside, and, see what's can look at it objectively, because I sure can't right now. So
What kind of work did you do?
I, well, I was an analyst um, for mergers and acquisitions, and the job paid real well. Could work remotely, but it's it wasn't necessarily anything I did. At least I don't think so. But they just decided they wanted to go another route. So
Well, I can understand why you would look for somebody to help you out with that because there's not much you can really do from that point except go forward and
yeah,
move up.
I mean, right. I know when you're got to keep going, and I just don't know where I'm going or how to go anywhere. That doesn't, you know,
You feel lost.
lost and stuck. Yeah,
Adrift.
that too. All of the things.
Have you had any ideas of how you're going to respond to this challenge?
Well, that's kind of why I came in here because I felt like I was out of options. I mean, not just I mean, out of everything, out of willpower, out of ideas. You know,
You feel like you just can't go on and there's nothing
feels like it.
really inspiring?
Oof, I don't know. Maybe it feels like if I could just get out from under this, that yeah, maybe things would life would be good again or whatever. But
It's quite a burden to have.
yeah.
Have you ever had a burden such as this before, or is this pretty much the worst it's ever been?
Well, I think everybody goes through, some tough times, and when you're in them, they feel worse than any other time. That's the worst it's ever been. I think so far this is about, yeah, I have, but not where I felt this down.
Pretty overwhelming.
Mm, yep.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is you don't feel like you want to even get up tomorrow, and 10 is you got it all figured out and you want to be an analyst for another company, where do you think your mind is at right now?
Uh, how I feel? How
Yeah.
realistic do I feel? That does that
Hmm.
feel? Well, I'm pretty old. I don't know if they're hiring analysts anymore at my age. 2 to 3, maybe.
Okay. And how long have you felt that way?
Well, I didn't think it would be an issue, so yeah, just the last couple days, I felt that
Wh-
way.
When did
But
you lose your job?
yeah, a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this is brand new.
yeah, it's brand new,
Okay.
but it's just the rapidity, or and the unexpectedness of it that's been so devastating. Because I wasn't anticipating, and I wasn't prepared for it.
Is there anything that you think you could do to maybe get yourself to a 5 over the next week?
I
Somebody that
think,
you could reach out to?
yeah, I got a couple people that I trust, and that I think that I could share this with, and they wouldn't feel burdened or put upon. So, yeah, I could give them a call and just let them know that this, it's tough to admit
Hmm.
you lost your job, but and that's why you're calling. But sometimes, yeah, so I could do that. Sure, that. So I feel
Yeah,
like
they'll do a support for you.
yeah, I think they would be. Yeah.
And do you have any colleagues that you could talk to about other opportunities that might be out there that you might have overlooked?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll reach out, send out some feelers for something like that.
Maybe get to like a 5 over the next week, and then if you start feeling better, you can start thinking about what the next move might be within the next few weeks.
Yeah, yeah. I just kind of want to get out of this right now, that this 2 level, and so I'll do that, and hopefully that'll help. That seems like a big jump, 2 to 5. Like, wow,
Yeah.
that's
And you got 5 days, 5 to 7 days to do it.
mm,
And now you don't have anything else to do.
okay. Yeah, I
Are
can
there
do.
some activities that you've done when you're on vacation or your days off that you find bring you peace?
Yeah. Well, I like to go out, just go to the the just outdoors, out in nature. So, I like to go to a place and walk around the lake a few times. I just right now, I don't really feel like being alone. That's kind of hard. Um,
Right, right.
and doing stuff alone, you kind of want to have people around you, or at at least feel like they're around you.
Yeah, I think it would help to reach out to the support group that you have.
Okay. All right. I'll reach out to them first.
Sometimes you do need a little bit of distraction, creativity to express yourself and these emotions that you have and this frustration. If you can find peace in doing something that you might kind of lose time with, get into a flow, and you might find that therapeutic.
Okay. I could journal something, I guess.
Sure, that would be a good idea.
Put that down, what I'm going through.
Yeah, and then talk to your friends about it, and then see where that takes you with the journal, how that makes you feel. We can meet again here in a few days
Hmm. Yeah.
to have an update and see where you're at.
Okay, that sounds good.
Other than that, do you have any concerns that like you might not want to go on?
I mean, it feels like a huge step backwards in my
Yeah.
life, and it feels, you know, like my work life feels like it's over. Like I don't have anything after this. And should just retire, but I don't feel like retiring. That sounds
Hmm.
like being dead. That doesn't.
Right.
at all.
It seems like you still have a little fight left in you.
Well, I guess I'm ornery, I suppose. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I know I don't want to just sit in a chair all day and watch
Right.
TV or work in a rocking chair. Sure.
Because you're
That's why it's so hard because I like doing this. But,
because if you're backed into a corner right now, you're on the bottom rung. Where else do you have to go but up?
well, that's true. That's
You just
true.
have to
Yeah.
get through this next
Just
48 hours.
okay. Well, 48, I think I can manage. Just
Okay.
maybe 49.
Sure. And maybe use some of these techniques we talked about to try to get yourself at least one or two levels above where you are right now, as far
Okay.
as, just feeling hopeful that you can get through this.
Okay. All right. I'll give it a shot, and I can commit to that much at least. I think.
Okay. And then maybe start journaling now and see how you can every day you go at it, and then you can look back and see, are you moving up? Are you moving down? You know, kind of keep a good handle on where you're at. And you can always reach out to me or again your friends, and we'll try to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
Well, thanks for listening to me. Okay. Hi, Brian. Thanks for coming in. Can you tell me what's going on with you lately?
Yeah, I haven't been to therapy in a couple years, and I have depression.
Okay.
And lately, it's kind of been snowballing. I'm always trying to meet people. I'm trying to do things. I get up, I go to work. I'm pretty functional, but when
Mm,
I'm at work, I just feel this total, you know, um, it's like a exhaustion.
okay.
And everybody I talk to just makes me more angry, and I don't
Okay.
know why. If it's just because I don't get enough sleep, and then I'm tired, and then it just builds and builds. And I work in customer service, and so it's really hard sometimes if somebody's having a bad day. It can
Mm,
set me off, and I'll be thinking about it all night, and it
yeah.
just perpetuates that cycle. And
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. It sounds like you got a lot going on. Got a lot on your plate right now.
definitely
And
a lot of stress.
yeah. And so what I heard you saying is it's causing you to not sleep as well as you have, and that's affecting you, and that that you mentioned also the depression, that seems to be snowballing.
Hmm. Hmm.
When you say snowballing, do you mean like it's getting larger, getting more out of
Yeah,
control,
going downhill quick.
and going downhill? Okay, got
Because
it.
I try to make friends, I try to connect with people
Hmm.
outside of work, and then it just never works out. And I'm always feeling like stood up or rejected. And so
Hmm.
that just makes me feel like, why do I even try to get up in the morning? Why do I even try to connect with people? And
Sounds like
it's,
you maybe wonder what the point of all, doing all these things, the work and all that, if it doesn't, get you to where you want to go.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I could die tomorrow, and then the world would just keep going on, and everything would be fine, and it would be a lot easier for me.
Okay, so well, that's a big thing there. You mentioned that you could die tomorrow. Um, what what is it and that you think that nobody would miss you or that the world
Yeah.
you thought that the world would keep on going.
Yeah, I think that, people wouldn't care. They'd probably be uh relieved and like, well,
Mhm.
he'll stop bugging me now and try, and then everybody at work would be like, well, I didn't like him anyway. So I don't think people would miss me. And I just think it'll be easier for me because then I wouldn't have to deal with all the stress all day and just that, constant like getting angry. And sometimes I do get angry and I want to kind of snap at people, but then I just go kind of backwards and I just want to disappear, you know?
Disappear. Okay,
Just,
so
yeah.
yeah, some of the things that you're saying have me a little concerned. The way you're saying them about your life and what you're going through currently. And so maybe you could tell me a little bit more about that. Just I mean, when you talk about, if you were not here anymore, that you don't feel like you would be missed. Are you are you yourself making any movements towards something like that? I mean, are you contemplating it, or is it just something, that you're thinking about what it might be like if you weren't here? I mean, but it,
Yeah. It's more like a, I guess you call it a thought exercise.
okay.
I feel so overwhelmed and angry and rejected sometimes. Like I had a date the other day and they never showed up, and I was like, why do I even try? I shouldn't even be here if that's how it's going to be. And I can kind of look at that and see how that would be an easy way out. If I just was were dead, it'd just be like, okay, now it's over. No more stress, no more anger, no more rejection, no more resentment. So I don't know.
I feel like all the problems would disappear then.
Yeah, right. I mean, you got to kind of think
I, I mean, I
in
think
that way.
I think there's other options maybe to consider, in that, and maybe we can look at them, maybe one at a time. But right now, I'm just concerned about your level of. I mean, I just want to be clear that although you have, thought about it in passing, that you're not actively contemplating harming yourself in terms of killing yourself or committing suicide.
Oh, I don't feel like I could do that really. I mean, like to take an action to, actually make it happen.
Hmm.
That's another step to where um I don't see myself being able to do that.
Okay.
I heard about this like doctor assisted suicide and
Hmm.
stuff, and I think that's a pretty good idea, you know,
Uh,
but I don't see a way that I would want to do it, and I don't think that I could bring myself to do it,
okay. All
but
right.
but it does seem like sometimes I just don't see any other way of getting out of all of this, and
Okay.
I'd really
What?
like to find something different.
Okay. Well, there may be, there certainly is things that are less drastic that might equally solve those problems. But I think I just wanted to be clear that the place you're in right now, if we need to, if you can, make a commitment to yourself, uh, and to me, not to take any drastic steps, and to reach out to, some folks, that specifically, if the situation escalates where you think
Okay.
it becomes a more possible scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's why I'm here, because I don't want to feel that way.
Okay.
And, I don't I could do something that drastic, but I don't
So,
want to feel, helpless.
so tell me about your support system, your support network in your life. Tell me what
Well,
that looks like.
my father is 92. He's still alive. He's kind of has dementia, but
Mm,
so I haven't really talked to him in a while.
mm,
And he's kind of my only family member that I have, other than like a cousin I talk to sometimes, who is married. She was married to my cousin, but now they're divorced.
okay.
But we kind of hang out once in a while. She's my same age as me, so she's going through it too.
Mm,
Um, so we do have a lot of commisery to go through together.
all right.
Um, I'm not sure if that helps or not, but sometimes it feels like, well, it's better than nothing.
Okay. Are you comfortable with sharing what you're going through in terms of your feelings right now and okay with this person? Okay, with
Yeah,
me.
we do share that,
Oh,
our feelings together, because we're both going through it, and so we do kind of lean on each other a little bit, maybe.
okay. All right. And anything, any other person or group that you're a member of that you think can help you with this?
Um, I mean, other than like the guys at the bar, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure about the drinking, how that may or may not help.
Right,
Generally, I don't know that it does, but
right.
um, so what would that look like? You know where you know how you're feeling right now,
Yeah.
and you probably have a pretty good idea of what you might like to feel. What would that look like? What do you think could be helpful to get you to that point? I mean, is there, would it, would it help to have a counselor, say, to meet with somebody regularly, somebody that's trained
Yeah, I
in,
think so.
okay, and
And that, and then just try
yeah,
to,
some great people here, that
okay.
are really, really good at this. And I think that they can definitely, help you with that.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I don't have a consistent person in my life right now.
right.
So I
Yeah.
think that would definitely help.
Okay. Well, I think, thanks for meeting with me today. And I certainly, we're not finishing up here, but I'd also like you to, with you and I can go over contact this person and see if we can't set something up,
Okay.
as possible, because, this is you're feeling, it's a fairly significant way you're feeling. And I think that we would like to get in front of that, as soon as we can.
Right. I think
Okay.
that'd be great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You bet. Okay. What do you think?